Presidential Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. No gain on the. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Elliott, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Elliott on the carry. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's...
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And Wilson has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Down Cowboys.
Prescott on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Eagles 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I got number 18. I got you, 18. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
From midfield, here's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Sanders shaking and baking. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Wentz, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. A first down carry by Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Ezekiel Elliott.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. And even 40 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sanders. Out of bounds.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
For an Eagle.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now Wentz again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. To throw is Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Zach Ertz. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
7-yard line.
Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Gain of 16 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
To number 13,
Michael Gallup.
Touchdown.
28 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity. and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of 2.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing is Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Eagles' 18-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At the 10-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Eagles' 11-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Eagles.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and now it's second down. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. That's caught by Jackson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 7.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their back's against the wall. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz steps away to his left. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the gun, it's Hurts. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run with Sanders, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
A 2-yard gain. It's now
going for it with Sanders, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
The tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 18-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Tonight.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead.